All have voices.
Here we have two voices, one podcast, many stories.
And a little time to make sense of this beautiful chaos.
My name is Abhishek.
And my name is Hannah.
You
You
are
are listening
listening
to
to
Sounds
Sounds
Good.
Good.
Hello, Abhishek. Hello, our great listeners. Today, in our today episode, talking about the place where we spend most of the time in our everyday work or life. Subway, public transportation, especially if we're living in big cities. We spend so much time of our life walking, waiting for the next subway, taking the subway, watching our phone, maybe listening to music or even being in calls. Those are our subway everyday vibes. Abhishek, how often do you take the subway per week and what do you do in all those minutes, sometimes hours commuting?
Oh, I take subway almost every day. Dropping my kids to kindergarten or going to gym, going to office. Almost every day I take subways. And what I do? Well, I observe people, and whenever I have time, I also do what most people do on subway is to scroll through their mobile phones or listen to the music.
That's good to know. Observing people. That's an interesting hobby. I'm discovering things about you, Abhishek. So, what do you observe about people? Are there some specific people that grab your attention, or is just looking around and seeing what's happening?
So before COVID, I used to take the same subway going to office 5 days in a week, and at that time we used to have people who travel on the same route at the same time, and at that time it was quite friendly. But with COVID, situation has changed and people work on different days. So now I observe people with characteristics. For example, there are people who are always late.
Like
uh,
me, I am always late.
so it does not matter to them whether they are coming from office or going to office, whether the train is on time or the train is delayed by 5 minutes, they are always late. And you can also see the expression on their face, whether they are either they are thanking god that they just caught the train, or they will or they will simply curse the driver for not opening the door for the 10 second they were here. And this kind of people I feel are like people who are always on time or just in time people. And every day whenever I have an opportunity for a train at a platform, I see these set of people every single day.
Super funny. Do you run sometimes to catch the train or the U-Bahn, the subway, Abhishek? Because sometimes for me, when I see like I need to run and I need to do this Superman or Superwoman and block the doors, or somebody maybe will block the door so I can enter in. Sometimes I'm not a risk taker. I'd rather wait few minutes and take the next one. So, did you do any acrobacy to catch a subway in your
Yeah,
life?
sometime I do, but not always. Sometime yes. So if I have a connecting train for a long distance and I'm already late, then definitely it makes sense to have a run, a short run that allows you to save the next 4 hours, but not for 10 minutes subway, which comes in every 5 minutes or so.
That's very good to know.
And the other kind of people which I observed are what I call the electronic monks, who really don't care who is sitting next to them. So they usually have a big headphones on their around their ears, and even if there is a place next to them, they will not move. Even if you ask, "Excuse me, can I get in?" or even if you say in German, they really don't care or listen to you, and you have to really uh, touch them and tell them that, "Let me get in." And I think these kind of people are constantly increasing with passing days. So have you are
I
you
think
in that category by any chance?
when you were telling the story, I was still in, am I in this category? I changed headphones, so my headphone right now is not big. I rather use the Bluetooth, but I think sometimes it happened to me because I relate to those people because sometimes I'm in my own bubble, especially when I take, the U-Bahn where you have to stop at the terminal station. So you have 40 minutes in the S-Bahn, in the U-Bahn, or in the subway, and sometimes I'm in my own bubble. I'm listening to my favorite song or I'm listening to something else and I don't hear people. So it happens to me. But for me, what I realize, and I can tell you why I'm often late, is that I'm trying, instead of feeling this painful and boring time spending that I spend in subways, I try to use it in a productive way. Either I make calls, my morning call to my mom, most of the time I am walking to the subway or in the subway, or I'm taking my first business call or doing something else, even sending audio messages. This is what I do quite often in the subway. The thing is that by doing this, sometimes I lack concentration of what's going on at the moment. And the funny thing, Abhishek, is that there is a subway that takes me from home to the middle station where I need to leave the subway, go on the other side, and take the subway to go to work. The challenge is that the place where the subway that takes me to work stops is the same place where the subway that takes me back home stops.
Okay.
And two times it happens. I was on the phone, concentrated, talking, and I didn't realize that instead of going to work, I took the subway back home. And I didn't realize till the next station, and I had to go all the way and come back. That's the reason why I'm late. So sometimes those moments are could be super productive, but guys, don't forget to pay attention to where are you and which station and where are you going to. Otherwise, you can go backward in
That's
your life.
I completely agree with you. So I earlier had this idea to utilize the subway time by reading books, and there were two occasions. One where I took the wrong train because I was so much indulged in that book, and the other time I missed three stations. Only after the third station, I realized that my office stop was already gone, and then I already missed one meeting because of that, because I have to then catch the other train that was after 20 minutes. So,
That's super
so
funny.
yeah, I mean, being productive all the time is not productive at the end.
Yes. And it could be exhausting at some point. I mean, sometimes it's just good to breathe and just enjoy the moment. I have also two anecdotes where I I missed the subway, the
Mhm.
station, so I had to take the next one and I was anyway already late for work. One time, thanks to being late, I see in front of me in the wall the concert, the next concert in Frankfurt, in Alte Oper exactly, for Chris de Burgh. And I'm a big fan of Chris de Burgh. If I haven't been late, I wouldn't have seen this advertisement and I wouldn't have booked few days later my ticket for the
Oh,
concert. So see, sometimes being late could
yeah,
be
that's
cool.
good.
And the next
Mhm.
time I was late in my neighborhood station, subway station, and then I've seen another friend from Toastmasters, because both of us were in Toastmasters, that doesn't live far from where I live, that I haven't seen since few months. And we caught up chatting and talking, and we took together the next subway. So see, sometimes when we are late, we just catch up with friends or we book our next Music
Yeah,
concert.
you should try to be late more often then.
More often than that, Abhishek, I don't think it exists.
There is also one more category that I found interesting in Subway, and that is of that I called more detectives.
Detectives.
So these people just walk from one uh, part of the train to another, and then you can see them again coming and again going back, and then you just wonder what's happening with them, what they are looking for. Actually, they are just roaming around in the train for no reason. Even though there are places available, they never sit, they just roam around.
Maybe they are
And
searching for
one of
someone.
yeah, and one of the categories, of course, of people who collect the cans or the bottles. So they they open those bins and then pull off the bottles. And the other category is, of course, people who want to uh, change the train from the next station, and they know that if they go to the right in the front of the subway, then it is much better for them, so they just walk. I- I- yeah, I also does that sometime, but
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
You know, it's a strategy I learned when I moved to Germany because before I used to be more a car driver. You know, when I lived in Dubai or in Algeria, I was more a car driver than a subway commuter. And I find it super funny now because I started doing it more and more, especially when you need to meet your friend at one of the stations. You know, sometimes the friend is already in the subway and you need to catch up at a certain subway and then you're trying to see, okay, in which subway they are or each part of the subway they are, and what is the most efficient way or where to stand or where to sit that you can be the closest possible to your exit. And I started strategizing about it. 7 years ago, I had no clue about this. I was not trying, and now it became everything is a matter of a second or a matter of minutes.
That's true. And the other funny thing I found on Subway is whenever I'm late, and if somebody keep a door open for me, I'm always pleased and
Yes.
happy, and I thank them. But if I'm on time, sitting inside, and if there is a person who is constantly opening the door for people, and because of that I'm getting late, then there is a human tendency of getting frustrated why this guys keep opening the door and not allowing the train to move forward.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. So what we realize is commuting with Sabia could be painful, but it doesn't have to if we meet interesting people, if we observe people, if we do other stuff, or if we just have our big headphones enjoying some music that really sounds good.
Yeah, and there is so much to talk and so much to have fun with, that always feel like you are in a group of people that you already know, and that sounds good to me as well.
Perfect. So many things sounds good when we are spending nice time, daily time in the subway. Abhishek, it was great to talk to you like always. Guys, dear listeners, stay tuned for our next episode of our podcast. Sounds good.